Alice in Borderland back here, episode 3. It's called episode 3. Are we going to lose 3/4 of the cast this episode? Potentially. And are we? Well, let's dive in because we've got a third game. Boom, boom. But basically, Karubi, he shows the rest of the group here that the radio he found during the game, and he says that the message he heard from it is relating to a beach. And then they basically go like, "Whoa, where's the nearest beach at?"
Yeah, well, you mean the aftermath of Game 2.
Well, you know what I mean. Right. Yeah, that's where you got the radio from.
Aye.
So where'd your big man disappear to? I thought you might have got some more of those characters in this.
He's away. Your other woman's away, whose name I cannot remember at the moment. And the dodgy looking guy who seems like he would be a character from like Mortal Kombat or something, or
something like
some
that.
like Final Fantasy.
Some anime pish, aye.
Yeah.
And we know the Japs love their anime pish.
It's probably based on anime, like, but
probably it was a decent wee show. I'm not going to complain, but yeah, basically Shibuki.
So we're back to the four people here. The four main characters, or whatever you want to call them, the four main people, and they're still they're trying to figure out what they can do, how they can stop this, and then Karubi's telling them about the radio, and the radio says get back to the beach. So then they have to come up with a plan that they should head to the beach, although that could be a problem with Chota having a badly injured leg. Can Chota even make it to the beach? Does he even have time to get to the beach due to his depleting visa?
Exactly. He doesn't, because him and Shibuki have to play the game here. But that's what I don't get, right? This message about the beach sounded urgent, and surely it was worth it for Haribi to go and see this out while the other three play the game. Albeit they didn't know what the game was, and you'd want this guy in your side and on your team. But at the end of the day, he had enough visa left, so I think they should have split up here. And I don't get why they didn't.
Because they didn't think Chota could get the game without them.
Well, guys, you know what? They think that. They thought that. Turns out they go to a botanic garden.
Well, it turns out before that, actually, Karubi splits up for the gang, goes back to the place where he used to work, and collects the ring. We get a couple of flashbacks. I guess it's the ring he was going to propose to the girl
who was already married.
But yeah, she was sleeping with the boss or whatever, or she was with the boss, so we had a love triangle going on there. But yeah, that definitely happened first. Then we
it did happen first,
did it? Aye, did actually. We had a scene with Aruzu and Shibuki on the top of the building, and it seems like Shibuki was trying maybe to try and get into Arizu's good side. She's already, tried to maybe try and split the group from Chota when they were split up, and she's trying to distance him from them and get him wrapped around her finger. And
again, why would you with that guy? He's pissed, his leg's fucked, and he's got like zero physical presence. Right. And he's not smarter than the other guy, and he's not your Hulk Hogan like the other guy. So what's the point of this guy?
Like, what's the point of this guy when we're doing reviews? When it's...
Oh my fucking god!
What
would be the point of you during this game? You're fat as fuck.
What's your point?
Well, if you were the wolf, it would be fucked, wouldn't we?
Right, then we get into the game. Turns out this game is a 7 of hearts. So not only is a 7 relatively high, and it's going to be a pretty difficult game, it's also a betrayal game, as they say. And the game is called Hide and Seek. And how it's going to work is there is headsets. You have to put headsets on. 3 out of the 4 will be the sheep, and 1 will be the wolf. There is a 15-minute time limit, and whoever is the wolf at the end of the 15 minutes will survive, and whoever is the sheep will die. Now, you might think it should probably be the other way about. You think the wolf
would have
should
to
be
find
chasing the sheep, but in this game it was the opposite way about. It was the sheep chasing the wolf, and there may be a reason for that, and that might play out later in the game. But essentially, Chota is made at the wolf. First of all, he says he doesn't want to play. Kind of reminded me of Ali in episode 6, where he didn't want to play against.
This did feel like that episode quite a lot. He
didn't want to play against our man. Everyone hates.
Specky lawyer. He's from our hometown. This guy.
That guy. So it kind of gave me those kind of vibes, and what turns out when you looked at someone, they changed to be you were the wolf. Would you have survived? Then you had people accidentally looking at each other, and it made one of them the wolf. Shibuku ends up becoming the wolf and making a run for it. Karube tries to chase her down.
I don't know. I felt like with this game, it wasn't really explained very well.
I think it was if you listened to it.
Well, I did, and I got a bit confused. And then like halfway through the game, I was like, "Oh shit!" Because the way they were hiding from him, I was like, "Does that mean if he can't find them, are they going to all live and he's going to die?"
See, that's why you're a dipshit, and I'll explain why it was the
What
sheep
makes it?
that were in the wolf. But so yeah, so basically,
Alright, I'm a dipshit.
yeah, Karube chases down Shibuku. They get in a bit of a fight, but obviously he's still injured, so she kind of comes away. She manages to escape. Arisu tells him to stop, and he says, "Just give me time, and I can figure this out." But I guess there's 15 minutes, and they're all desperate to fight for their life, so they ain't got time to figure it out. They're all trying to become the wolf.
But don't piss me off about this. So she can fight off the big guy, but yet the wee guy who's strangling her, she doesn't attempt to attack his burnt leg.
So,
Wait, what the fuck? Is that not a valid point?
are we even at that bit yet in the review?
No, but I'm just talking about that.
Yeah, but we're not even got to that bit yet.
I'm bringing that up.
No,
in case I
no,
forget.
no. What you that is like talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger doing the thumbs up when he's going into the lava in the fucking opening 20 minutes of Terminator 2, you bastard.
No, it isn't.
Aye, it's-
We're very close to that point.
Right.
We basically got a fatal four-way. That's essentially what we get.
Arisu then becomes the wolf. Karube's trying to chase him down. Shibuku is about to attack her, but Chota jumps in and manages to pin her down and stop her from going after Arisu. Arisu then manages to hide in a corner of the gardens where he tries to get the whole headlock device off, but it appears the only way off is cutting it through the neck, sort of the neck. There's a neck thing, a neck device wrapped around it, but if you cut that off, then it blows up, so you die. Because you've seen that in the game that happened in episode 2 with the woman in the tag game, not the tag game, the
What was the tag game?
With the tag game, yeah. So
The old woman who
Boom.
died, the horse
Yeah.
cooping.
So, then Karubu starts to have more flashbacks with his ring, and he's injured, and he almost seems to. He's wondering like why he's trying to like chase Arisu down. And it's almost like he has a change of heart, and after Arisu can't seem to deactivate the device, he decides that since he's been a bit of a failure in his life, all he's done is been the guy that's been a letdown and play games. He decides that he is going to be the one that dies. He's going to sacrifice himself essentially. But then he tries to find his friends, and Karube ends up hiding from him. Chota is still
But
hiding.
you're saying he's going to be the one that dies, right? But three of them have to die.
Yeah, well, maybe he thinks if they're going to let him kill him.
But I
So
said
it was
that.
explained at the start that you can kill the wolf as well, which means 3 people would live and
So
one
what-
person would die.
So why didn't he just look at Shibuki and then right, we'll
Because
just...
maybe they're not murdering bastards, you stupid fuck.
Oh, are they not?
Well, are they?
Well, they were about 3 seconds ago. They were all about to kill each other.
Hold on. So you think that they've played the third game, they want to brutally murder somebody with a hatchet? Is that what you think? You think it's just that simple? Here, see this person we haven't known this long? Well, we'll just make her the wolf and we'll chop her up like a butcher.
Well, I'm sorry, right? If it's
This guy's logic's
no,
fucking...
no, if it's between
Here, this ain't the Condemned, where you've got...
listen up, fuckface.
No,
if it's
you've got
between
you've got Finney Jones who's going to brutally fucking...
if I'm to choose between 2 of your friends you've known your whole life and some randomer, and you have to kill that randomer, it's kill the randomer. All right, I'm not letting the 2 pals die because of some stupid bitch. I'm not gonna. It's not gonna be a brutal kill, but it's as simple as that. It's
Yeah, here we go, guys. Don't get fucking stuck in a game with this guy here.
which so you think 3 people should die over 1?
I think there should be a fairer way, like draw straws or something, like Armageddon. Where Bruce Willis and your guy draw straws and whoever gets the shortest straw is going to stay behind.
So we're gonna draw straws with some stupid bastard who would fucking stab you in the back at the easiest chance that they would get.
Maybe. Right, so anyway, he goes...
The woman that told, "Oh, go through that door, love," boom, good night. And as soon as she discovered this game, that, oh fuck, and then she shot herself.
Well, maybe you're onto something, maybe you're right.
Exactly,
Anyway,
she's a stupid bitch.
So,
Alright, go, continue. No, you go. You go. You seem to think this
you know
woman's
what you're
great.
talking about. No, you're the man. You know how to take care of everything. So Arisu's looking for his mates.
Aye, basically they're all hiding on him. They don't want fun. They're all shite bags. But again,
what
it leads back to my point.
what it
Shite
is-
bag with a burned leg. Why couldn't Shibuki batter his leg and escape him?
Yeah, so what it is 2 friends are hiding from him, and it turns out in the end that he is the wolf searching for the sheep, but the sheep are sacrificing themselves. They're being the sacrificial lamb.
Sacrificial lambs, yeah.
Sacrificial lamb, so to
Fuck
say.
me, man.
So that they're actually hiding from Arisu so that they die in order to save him. So they are being, they are being sheep, and they're being like led to the slaughter essentially. And Shibuku at this point in time realizes like that these three friends love each other, and that they're willing to sacrifice their lives so that Arisu can continue. And eventually Chota removes his hand from her mouth, and she doesn't even shout out, she doesn't even make an attempt to go and try and find Arisu, because she can kind of feel what they feel. And I guess it felt good, because I don't think she probably never felt that before. You kind of, I think for her background, you kind of get that she just uses people and people use her. I don't think she's probably felt that friendship that these three people have felt. And then she kind of sees where they're coming from, and she then lets the time limit tick out, and she dies in the arms of Chota. With about 10 seconds to go, Karubi pops up out of nowhere. Arisu sees him, and Karubi says that Arisu should go on and has to fight to survive, and that he says he's always believed in him and all that stuff, and that he's got potential and all that stuff. Arisu runs over to Karubi. Obviously, I don't know what he's going to do. Trying to save him, maybe. About 10 seconds left. But
Look him in the fucking eyes.
But before he can reach him, the head device explodes. Karubi is absolutely dead. His fucking head explodes, and it's all over. It looked a bit like a saw trap here in the end.
It did. It looked like Jigsaw, the one with the detectives at the end with the lasers. But that's what it reminded me of, guys. But aye, we've just lost 3/4 of our cast here.
Yeah, so after a heartfelt, last goodbye, I guess, we just spent the last few minutes,
reminiscing.
Reminiscence of their childhood, their friendship. Chota's gone, Karubi's gone, Shibuku is gone, and Arisu is the only.
I mean, I'm not saying it wasn't sad, but I feel like if you did this a few episodes later, I mean, it was episode 3.
He breaks down and he starts crying, and that's essentially the end of the episode. I kind of agree from that. I mean, I think the episode was really good, and it was really sad. But I feel like there's a lot. I feel like there's a lot more potential, especially with Karubi. I wasn't a big fan of Chota, but I think Karubi was a character that definitely could have went longer.
It's like going back to the Squid Game episode 6. If that happens in episode 3, it's like, well,
it doesn't have the impact.
Exactly.
Because but no, I mean it was good. But I think this would have been better if it happens a few episodes later, rather than episode 3.
Yeah.
It kind of sucks that, you spend the first 3 episodes getting familiar with characters that you assume are main characters, and then all of a sudden 75% of them die.
I mean, I do like.
But I like that.
I like the characters can die at any point, but at the same time.
Yeah, no, it's good. But at the same time, it kind of sucks as well. But it's good. I think you would rather this than watch a show like The Walking Dead, where you just know the main characters are going to survive.
Unless the actor can't sign a deal or something, and it's just pish.
So, episode 3. It's not got a name, it's just called episode 3. What are you giving it out of 10?
I don't know, I think it's a tough one to rate. We gave the last one an 8.
I'm going to give this one an 8. I didn't feel like it was as exciting as episode 2, but I felt like with the drama and the emotion at the end, towards the game, I mean, I felt like that definitely added different elements, something that we haven't really seen so far in the series. I mean, episode 1. I mean, what I can say is, I think all 3 episodes have been really different so far.
Yep.
Even in episode 4 that we've already watched, I felt that was really different from the first 4. Everything feels really different at the moment, and I'm enjoying this series. I'm going to also give episode 3 an 8. I thought it was good.
I'll give it a 7.5. I liked it, but I feel like there's some things I would have done differently.
Like what?
Kill the woman.
Well, murder. And on that note, guys, that is it. We're going to get averaging it at a 7.75.
And also, just the whole fact that what's his name? Wee jobber guy, we don't like it, the 3 of them.
Sure.
The fact he was fucking strangling her for like 20 minutes, what it felt like.
Yeah, he thinks maybe should have been dead or something.
And then also Haribi, his injury, I mean, it's not even fucking bad.
You ever had a fucking machete rammed into the side of your ribcage?
Oh, come on. He's a big boy. Fucking flesh wound.
Could easily get infected or something, you don't know.
It wasn't infected, though.
How do you know?
And then he lets her beat him up. Like, what the fuck, mate? You just battered some fucking guy in a horse
Well,
mask.
see, when you had COVID, anyone could have come in and fucking beat you up, right?
Oh,
You were in your deathbed.
You,
Right?
you couldn't even walk a dog, man.
You were selling it worse than Karubi, right?
Aye,
You were laying there
Aye.
ready. You were laying
Alright.
there ready for someone to lift up a pebble
Alright,
and
Karubi.
smack you in the ribs, alright?
well, who's
So,
dead?
what?
Who's dead? Me or Karubi? He's dead. I'm the man. I'm alive. I'm alive. and
Game of
kicking.
Jesus is alive. Karubi's dead. If you don't like it, then go watch a different show. I don't
Seven
know.
of Hearts.
I don't know what to tell you.
fucking...
Episode 3, 7.75 out of 10. That's what it is. Pretty good episode, pretty good show. Stay tuned for episode 4 coming soon, but until then.
Peace.